Today I thought we would compare 3 of the newest small Bluetooth speakers, the JBL Go 4, the Sony SRS-XB100, and the newest Ultimate Ears Wonderboom 4. Now, normal retail price of the JBL is $50, Sony is $60, and the Ultimate Ears is $100. But keep in mind, all of these seem to go on sale pretty often, so I wouldn't pay full price. Sometimes they're as much as almost half off, depending on when you buy them. But I'll leave a link down below with current pricing and more information. As far as battery life, you've got 16 hours for Sony, 14 hours for the Wonderboom 4, and then up to 9 hours for the JBL Go 4 if you're using the Playtime Boost. But just keep in mind that it doesn't sound as good. All 3 of these are IP67, waterproof, and dustproof. I feel like the build quality is really good for all 3. Obviously, you have a little bit different style for each one. JBL is the smallest, then Ultimate Ears is the largest and heaviest. Each one also has a strap, with the strap on Sony easily being the largest. All 3 are pretty rugged and durable. You also have several color options for each speaker as well. Good thing is you've got Google Fast Pair for each speaker, which is going to work really good for Android phones. You can also pair 2 speakers together for each one if you want stereo sound or just one even greater experience. You can also use an app for the JBL Go 4. There is an app for the Sony speaker, but not nearly as good as the JBL one, and there's no app that I know of for the Wonderboom 4, unfortunately. Each one has its own startup sound when powering up and powering off. It's kind of interesting to see the differences in sizes, shapes, and materials that they're using. The Sony speaker is mainly covered by a silicone material and then a metal speaker grill on the top. The controls are a little bit different as well. Sony also has a built-in microphone where you don't have that on the other 2 speakers. The Wonderboom 4 has a somewhat rugged fabric material going all the way around the sides, sort of a silicone material on top and bottom. The Wonderboom 4, you've got controls there on the top and the silicone to power it on. You also have volume controls there on the front. JBL has a mixture of kind of a rough fabric and silicone. I like the buttons being in the silicone part versus on the fabric. Sony and Ultimate Ears have a silicone flap that covers up where you charge the speakers. JBL does not. In the next part of the video, I'll give you a sample of each speaker just to see if you can tell a difference. Just keep in mind, these sound much better in person than what you're hearing in this video. So let's go ahead and get started.
Trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Goes up in my brain, all of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. Goes up in my brain, all of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. Goes up in my brain, all of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna
I'm not sure if you can tell from these clips. After testing these speakers out for a while, it's pretty obvious which speaker is the loudest and sounds the best in my opinion, and that would be the Wonderboom 4. I mean, if you're familiar with how JBL speakers sound, this is almost like a JBL speaker on steroids, I guess is one way that I would describe it. It just feels like a beefier version of something you would get from JBL, which sounds really nice in my opinion. Of course, the price of the Ultimate Ears speaker is a little more than the other two, but if you compare it to the Sony speaker, which is also a cylinder style, it's not even close. I had to crank up the volume so much on the Sony because the sound only comes from the top versus on the sides for the Wonderboom 4. So unless you're gonna lay down the Sony speaker, which would probably roll around, it just doesn't have the sound and overall volume that you get from the Ultimate Ears. I would say the JBL Go 4 sounds really good for its size and it's easier to direct the sound versus Sony, but out of these three, I think it's a pretty easy win for the Wonderboom 4. Again, it has decent bass, but the entire sound is just more enhanced and louder than what you get from the JBL Go 4. It would probably be more comparable to the JBL Flip 6 or maybe even the next size up. Here's a couple more samples just in case you're interested. But again, I feel like out of these three, I would put the Wonderboom 4 first, then the JBL Go 4, and then Sony.
You stole my